Hi, this is Professor Giroux, and I'm going to be talking about functions and graphs. So here's our graph that we're going to be talking about, and it says use the graph to determine the following: the function's domain, the function's range, the x-intercepts, if any, the y-intercept, if any, and the function value of f-1 and f of 1. So let's talk about the function's domain. So the function's domain is basically asking you how far left do you go on the graph and how far right do you go on the graph. So as you can see, this graph is going to continue on forever and ever and ever. So as far as left as it goes, it's going to go to negative infinity. And how far right does it go? Well, since it continues on forever and ever, it's also going to go to positive infinity. So your function's domain is from negative infinity to positive infinity. Now the function's range. So now we're talking about the y-axis. So how far high does it go? Well, it actually doesn't even go above 0. And it actually starts down here at -3. As you can see, -1, -2, -3. And the highest value that it goes to is -3. So that's going to be the highest value, and it's going to continue on forever and ever and ever declining. So therefore, the lowest value is going to be negative infinity to -3 inclusive of -3 because it actually touches -3. Now, the next one says to find the x-intercepts, if any. Notice here's your x-axis. It does not cross the x-axis at all, so therefore you do not have any x-intercepts. The y-intercept, if any. So obviously I crossed the y-axis here at this point, so the y-intercept is going to be -3. And the function value f of -1, so and f of 1. Let's start with f of -1. F of -1 is basically saying if my x value is -1, what is my y value? So -1 for the x, we're going to come to -1 right here. And then what is the y value? So as I go down right here, so f of -1 is going to give me -4. And then f of 1, same thing, I go to x is equal to 1. X is equal to 1, and I find what the y value is, and it's going to be also -4. And there you go.